Hello there everyone, welcome to Pick Up Play. I am playing the Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors, which I just looked at the box to make sure I got the subtitle right. I didn't see myself getting shot, so good fun. This is my second attempt. I recorded a video yesterday and wasn't particularly happy with it because I was a bit whingy on it. There's things about this game that I have issues with. I really like it. I love the look of it. I'm playing this on Switch, I should say, and it's so this might be a good example of a thing that I'm not so keen on with it. But yeah, so this is more or less what's happening. When I was talking about it yesterday, Jesus Christ. Stuff's constantly happening in this game, and it's a game with a few issues, but it is good fun. So I'm playing on the Switch. It's a my understanding is it's a remake of a SNES game. I think have I got all the health? I don't know. Who knows? So yeah, a remake of a SNES game, SNES and arcade. Okay, we've got health back. We need to stay away from that bit because I can't see this stuff falling. I am going to get this sentence out in a minute. There we go. Fortunately, you got iframes. I'm going to use the phrase iframes. That's out of the way. Good stuff. Right, let's go. Let's lag it. Yeah, so it's a remake of a SNES game and an arcade game, I think. And despite its looks, I think it's actually from slightly earlier, and it's something that in the video that I did that I've deleted and now regretting because I haven't got a shot of the title screen. Because well, we'll get to that. I think it predates a lot of like the sequels of Final Fight and Streets of Rage and things like that, where it becomes things get a bit more involved and a bit more like the levels in this have, like you've just seen missiles dropping. There's not much more than that, but there's a good number of enemy types. There's a lot of like one-hit kill enemies and stuff, which is not, you know, the most amazing thing in the world, but there's also, well, there's a reasonable moveset that you're not really seeing at the minute because it's just not in your best interest to do most of it. But you've got, so jump and attack is that, which you're going to need for certain types of enemies. Jump forward and attack is this. Jump down and attack is nothing actually. Down and jump is that. Here we go. I'm going to need this jump and attack here. There we go. Let's get some health back. Yeah, so one of the criticisms I had of this, and we'll see if we'll get to it, if there's an example, but I've sort of felt that, so there's a few different characters. There's actually 3 to start off, and then there's, I'm going to pick this up just in case, and then you unlock 2 more. I've unlocked one of them. So this is why I don't have a title screenshot, is because it doesn't save progress. So to unlock the last couple, or the next character, you have to beat the arcade mode twice essentially to beat all to get the 2 characters, which is fine. It's a reasonable length. It's not an impossible job though. But there's no save function. Or not that I've seen. So if I pause it, you've got the options, return to title screen, all that. So if you don't do it all in one go, then you're not, you're not getting it done, and that's a bit frustrating because I finished the game once and sort of chipped away at it a bit. It was dipping in and out and just playing for enjoyment really. So these robots, this is something that I mean with this sort of issue, is he's quite handy against them because he's quick enough to get behind them. everyone else it'll block from the front. So there's a ninja robot that's really strong and picks people lots of throws and all that sort of stuff. He's pretty handy against these, but the female characters are, as much as, you know, you gender a robot, I guess, they don't have any range, and one of them's quite slow too, so she might do a decent amount of power despite being small, or do a decent amount of damage despite being small, but she's yeah, she's really vulnerable to those robots. They just don't they don't have, oh, she can't get behind them in the way he can, and she can't throw and doesn't have the range of the ninja. So it's you reach these bosses sometimes, or like, you know, just tougher enemies where you feel so vulnerable to them, and I feel like the last boss might be an example of this. With the ninja, there's a particular move you can do that is, once you find it and you know that's what you've got to do, it takes a bit of work, but it is at least doable. It's, I'm going to use this one. So I don't want to pick that little health thing up yet, but if you get, it's weird, the range to pick stuff up is different from to pick up items, so this, I have to be right on top of it. That health, if I get much closer, I'll just pick it up. Anyway, I didn't really need it, but oh well. I'm trying to remember, I don't think this is a boss, it might be. So there's the max meter at the bottom, that yellow bar. I haven't actually used it yet, but maybe we'll use it here just to sort of demonstrate it. It fills up over time, and there's a bomb move, which is the one I tend to go for. I've not had that much luck with some of the other moves. His, like, shooting backwards and up is not that useful really, unless it's for the final boss, and then great. But it'll go over these characters' heads if I were to use it here. So that's, like I said, that throw that I just did there is, again, there's lots of moves in this. It's just a bit stiff and a bit fiddly. Like, it's not like Streets of Rage where you just walk into them and then you would grab them, and so you know, okay, I'm within range. You just learn the range of stuff. It sort of happens without you kind of realising. And so you can be like, well, I want to grab this guy, but you know, the ninja is a bit better for it, whereas everyone else is, the grab is not as reliable. I might get very distracted by this boss. I've only fought it the once. I don't remember struggling with it, but I will say as well, I do love the look of this game. It's yeah, it's really, really nice looking, sort of 2D. Let's lob this again. But he's got this big sort of, I don't know, I won't call it area of effect, I guess, but his range on his melee is pretty handy. So I do want to show my special, but so we'll do it here just to show you what happens. That's the sort of bomb attack, and so it can be a bit of a problem as well if you're facing multiple enemies. Like I'm just bouncing off those guys. I'm in the wrong position to deal with anyone, and he's see, I didn't want to grab. I wanted to hit because I'll do more damage doing this. Oof. Yeah, I guess he's done me a favour of... oh. Uh-oh. So, I'm going to use a continue here. Well, I'll stay playing as this guy. Because I felt I made a mistake there. I was in a good position and decided to move to the other side of him, and then couldn't get them all lined up, and yeah, and I forget what I was saying beforehand. You know, it is you get distracted. But these are the robots I've got unlocked. Ninja is seemingly, from what I've played, certainly, I've played of all of them, he's the best one by a distance, but he's very slow. But he's really powerful, his throws are really good, all that sort of stuff. But, so I'll try not to waste my bomb on this bit, but we'll see what happens. So it's a bit. This is what I mean. Is there's not the moveset of a Streets of Rage or something like that. Like I'm just hitting forward and just hitting attack really, and there is jumping stuff and all that. But I feel like Streets of Rage 2, you would use the down and attack, and you know you'd have more options. Also, none of these other android cyborgs, whatever you play as, can move while they're throwing something. I think the last one you unlock probably can, because apparently he's like screen filling large, but yeah. Okay, that was probably a mistake really, but oh well. Oof. They're even coming out of it. There we go. So I've got very quiet, concentrating. But all I have to do is beat him. Which I could do with this super. There we go, might as well. Job done. So I am a bit into the game, I should say. Like I said, I recorded something yesterday and had to, you know, the thought of restarting just to finish just to get that last character, it sort of, like, it didn't really appeal to me. Oh no. Okay, well, a little further in than I intended. I don't remember going this way last time. But yeah, like I said, there's a throw move that you can't reliably. I think I need it as well, and I can't reliably do it with him. So you might see the last boss, and then I'll call it. But yeah, there's. Okay. There's. Oh, that was handy. So there are things in the level, stuff like this. There's not loads. There's there's an area with these big sort of jet engines, I guess. Also, you do get a lot of, as much as there's sort of stronger enemies that take a few hits, you do get a lot of these sort of fodder enemies that just one hit death. That sort of feel a bit pointless, really. I wish there was something a bit more exciting with the combat to show you. It's fine when you're playing it. It's just to show it off is maybe not the most exciting thing. So the enemy types, like a lot of them are just straight melee, but like this guy's got a gun. Okay, we should probably be able to move on. I can do with some health. If you see a yellow box, that is the health. And like I said, you do get iframes, which are pretty handy to use from time to time. Oof, I've never seen him. Let's just use that Spitfire before. Oh, good. The enemies do also have an annoying habit of backing off as well, which, given how slowly you move, can be a bit of a pain. Okay, could do with some health, if at all possible. I don't know why that guy glows. I've not been able to work it out yet. So this could work out in my favour, couldn't it? Or not. Okay, we'll switch to a different character so I can show that at least, and then I assume I'll die again, and then I'll probably call it or something. So what I will say as well is I picked this up fairly cheap. I think about £15 maybe. It's I got the physical version. We'll go with her. Like I say, her range, she's tiny. Her range is terrible. She might be quite powerful, but she's slow. Like, we'll go this way. I don't know if it matters. But apparently she's like constantly throwing people. But yeah, different enemies on this one. I don't think there's a way to counter throws either. No. So yeah, there's certain, like I said, there's certain characters I just don't think are very good. Or certainly like better suited to some areas than others. Like, I'm just getting thrown by him all the time because I guess maybe that's what I should be dealing with him. But yeah, her range is dreadful. We'll use that just to I've done something. Oh, okay. See, I don't know. See, this is why I deleted the video yesterday, is because it was just me sort of whinging a bit and being like, oh god, this is just frustrating. This is what it keeps doing. It's not very good. It's this. It's like. Yeah, there's just, like I said, there's bits of it that are just a bit stiff and awkward, and like I grabbed one of them, but then one of them grabbed me. Like there's points where it just feels frustrating and a bit. It's maybe showing its age in a way that something like, I mean, Streets of Rage 2 does and Final Fight does, but they're still floating, or more of like, this feels clunky. It feels like those games where you just walk forward, hit, then walk forward, hit, walk forward, hit. That can be fun enough in their own right, but yeah. So I think this thing blows up. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. She's just lobbing things, but I don't know what it does really, unfortunately. Okay, her was that forward and attack? Nope, forward down and attack. Yeah, okay. So that's going to be quite useful, I think. Like, she can get behind things now. Now, I've learned that move, that's pretty handy. But yeah, like I said, like, I can, in theory, get behind him. Obviously, I can't because, you know... So let's wait for them to come towards me a bit. Ideally, I could do with both of them doing it, but okay. So yeah, like I was saying, I got this fairly cheap physically. I don't know if that's doing. Oh god, it is doing some damage. It's not a, you know, it's nothing special as a package, but it does come with a booklet and like a proper thick, full colour, all that sort of stuff. Like it's not a bad little thing. I think it's probably as expensive or as cheap, I guess, to just buy this digitally. Like I said, I am playing on the Switch. Oh Jesus Christ! Fuck no. And I have been enjoying it as much as I, you know. Jesus Christ. She does not like fighting these guys, but oh well. Yeah, like I said, I've been enjoying it for the most part. It's got a few issues, as I keep saying, like, and just to sort of bullet point them, because I feel like I have sort of got cut off every time I try talking about it. It feels a little stiff in terms of the combat, and while there are moves, they're so awkward in terms of like. They're very specific and very sort of like down and jump does that, but it feels like they're suited to specific situations, and when you're surrounded, it maybe doesn't. Okay, that did some pretty good damage. Certain enemies certain characters seem suited to certain enemies, certain bosses. Like the first boss, I think a lot of people will have problems with it because it just doesn't suit certain characters. So depending on who you pick, it seems like you'll probably struggle. I'm not going to play too much more because I am on the final level, and I'm going to switch back to a different character, I think. So I'll leave it on this. Just say so. Yeah. So this is the. So from what I've read, he is the best character to use, and I'll put him on. I've already beaten it with him, which I wanted to switch and play someone else just to, you know. But I do like. He's got good AOE attack, I guess, and his range is really good. But you see that nunchuck move is. He's a little slow, but his, like I said, his area of effect on this nunchuck thing is pretty good. I don't know how much that's his down and jump is an elbow drop, which I quite like. And like I said, he's got lots of throws and things. But he's so big, I don't think he can duck under things. That's his up and special. But he can. He's the only one so far from who I've unlocked that can move whilst they've picked stuff up, which is weird because he's the ninja, which you don't really associate that sort of thing with ninjas, I guess, being like really strong. But you know, I haven't ever met a ninja, so maybe it's the media representation of them that's wrong. So. There we go. Oh, that was pretty good. I don't know how to reliably do an atomic drop. But yeah, he's one of the ones I was saying about. If he grabs these, he's pretty handy against them. But yeah, he's you know, he's got a forward jump, which is grab, but like I said, you're just bouncing off them to some extent. And that is, yeah, that is why I start muttering Jesus Christ all the time, because he just is too slow to get behind him. I probably could have done it there actually, but this throw move there is one that's going to be fairly useful later on. Good to practice it. I don't remember this level being this long or this hard actually, to be honest, but it is the final stage, so. Yeah, so there is a time attack as well, and obviously there's the split screen. I think there's some sort of online, but I think it is just online high scores. I've not really tried it. Like I said, if you can pick it up for sort of 15 quid, and this looks like your sort of thing, so I love the look of it. I suppose you could criticise the transparencies. That's what would have happened back in the day, but I don't really care. You know, I was a Saturn player though, so maybe I just don't really, you know, these sort of dithered blocks for transparencies. Maybe I'm just immune to them. But yeah, like I said, I've been enjoying it. I just wish it flowed a bit better. It looks like it's a bit, just feels a bit stiff, and I know that's this really vague. I can't remember the term that I want to use. Yeah. That'll do. Yeah, sort of. I don't know, not ambiguous, but yeah, there's certainly. I could see people watching this and be like, "No, this is the greatest game ever made." Like, what are you talking about? You're just bad at it, and I could see that being true to an extent. Like, I think there probably is levels to this that I am not seeing. See what I mean about the enemies staying off? You know, considering how slow you move, them not coming and attacking, them sort of backing away is can be a bit of a pain. There is a block as well that I've not been using. We just hold punch, and there's certain areas, certain bosses and things like that is needed. So his jump and attack. Oh Jesus. Oh, see. So. Let's get this because we're gonna. Okay, that's not good. Okay, now we've got the health. That's good. So stuff like the jump, I have to jump up to do. Like, it's not just a forward jump and I'll do the move unless I'm pressing. Like, it's very sort of context sensitive. Everything's context sensitive in this game, and that is why it feels a little stiff, I think. Again, I'm willing to. I think there's some of that. Yeah, but there you go. His AOE is, like I said, pretty handy for this stuff. Do some more health though. I've only just had some, but brilliant. It's, like I said, it makes me really whingy, this game. I don't know why, but I do like it. I think it's a, you know, it is a good game, but let's just do that, shall we? Oh, come on. Let's get the health. Okay, we'll wait until I die, which I don't think will, unfortunately, take too long. Oh, I've got a... Okay. Let's use that. I said maybe there's stuff I'm not doing that other people will tell me I'm really doing this exactly the wrong way, and I could totally see it, but yeah, I don't know that I feel like the throws are reliable enough. Like, it's quite a nice idea, I guess, that certain enemies do need different approaches is good. I just, like I said, I feel like the way they've handled the controls makes it a little clunky and a little okay, there's some more health. Maybe I'll get all the way through this. Maybe this is it. This is the run. This is me beating the game. If I can get to it. Oh, there's more health as well. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't mean to pick up both of those, but that's sort of how it goes. So this guy has a tell. If you... oh, Jesus. but I am so slow that I might not be able to make the most of it. But if you knock him down, you need to move out of the way because he tends to do a that stomp. Also, his character model reminds me a bit of reminds me a bit of Juggernaut. Okay, would have been good to have that health as backup, wouldn't it? Okay, he's gone. Good. I'd just be here now going bloop, picking up that health. Oh well. So it does. The checkpoints aren't too bad. So if you get to the final boss, I think this is a checkpoint. So maybe I should stop here rather than show anymore. But yeah, so I'm gonna cut this to shreds to show you to sort of get my thoughts in order because they've been a bit stop-start and things. So there will be lots of cuts in this video. Well, you'll already seen lots of cuts in this video, I think. But I don't know. I do like it. I just think it's yeah, like I said, a bit frustrating. It makes you talk. It makes you sort of, God, Jesus fucking Christ. It makes you do all that. It makes you mutter. But at the same time, I've been playing it quite a lot. Like I've finished it, and then I sort of chipped away at it, and it's frustrating to have lost the progress. I knew it had happened a couple of times already, but I sort of figured, well, maybe it's not yet. You know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. But yeah, yesterday, trying again, like a concerted effort. Okay, I'm going to get through. Restarting to do the video, and then because I'll pick up from like rather than level 1, I'll pick up from like level 3, level 4, or whatever it was on. And yeah, I'd lost that progress. So I don't know. But yeah, this time attack, and there's like I say, lots of well, not lots of characters, but characters they handle pretty differently despite having the same commands generally. So like forward, jump, down, jump, or you know whatever else. Yeah, it's not bad. But anyway, this is pick up play. I'll unpause it while I do the outro, so you've got something to. Okay, I'm gonna die. This is pick up play, and yeah, there's gonna be. I'm trying to do a video a week, so there should be something else up fairly soon. I don't know what, and I don't know when. I've got some stuff recorded, but it just is going to involve quite a lot of editing. There's a Let's Play that I've started of Blood Will Tell, so that might be something that I do play later on today, and then get that up as well. But I lost footage last time. That's a bit of a shame there. But that's there if you want to play it. But it does miss some footage. Okay, we're on the last boss, so this is where I will I'll call it a day. So let's pick up play. Watch some other videos if you've liked this. I'm also toying with starting a second channel where it's just the gameplay and not me talking. Oh. That was handy. Oh my god, I'm dead. So yeah, if you like to click through, and if I do the second channel, I'll post about that as well. There's also a podcast that if you search for MF Gamers on your podcast feed, or MF Gamers Podcast on Google, probably find it. But yeah, it's called Pick Up Play Podcast. And yeah, it's just talking about what we've bought that month and what we've played, or ideally what we've played of the stuff we've picked up. But yeah, give it a listen if you can find it. Give it a like if you like this video. I don't know why you would, but okay, knock yourself out. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you again soon.